Hello everyone. Thank you very much for to join for this new video. Last time what we did we talk about we set up the lab environment. We bring a physical server, and on the physical server we create two virtual switches. The default VM network that will simulate the physical network, and we have create another one. It is lab switch, that all the or nested appliance will connect to the lab switch, and we have deployed the virtual appliance that will connect, that provide sub interfaces, VLAN interfaces for the lab environment, and it connect also to the physical infrastructure. So that means that if a um, if a virtual server want to go to internet, want to go to the outside world, so it can what appropriately the traffic. Okay, now it is here. So we deploy the virtual appliance. Now before deploying SXI, we're going to deploy a um, a Windows Active Directory. So it will provide authentication, user authentication, and will provide DNS name resolution for all our equipment. It is very important, the DNS, the name resolution. For example, if you want to access all the devices via the name instead of IP, so you will need and the vCenter rely heavily on DNS, so you should have an equipment in your infrastructure that provide DNS domain name resolution. Okay, so let's start. We'll use the Windows 2019 for the Active Directory to create Active Directory and DNS. Let's start. So in my that in the data store, I upload my Windows Server a 19, so we can install this server and deploy and configure Active Directory. Let's do that. So I will create a new VM. Let's do this. Okay, we'll call it lab DC for domain controller, and so it will be 2019. Okay, so the process is very straightforward. So there is nothing to say here. Maybe add more RAM. Um, you will connect to the lab switch, yeah, to the management switch. PM3, and will connect it to the data store. Next, and nothing. That's it. Okay, let's open it. Now, now for the video to be very short. So I want to install the whole installation. I think everyone know how to install Windows Server 2009. I think there's plenty of video on YouTube, another channel, so you can see. But I won't focus, so I will pause the video, and when the installation done, we will continue in some minutes. I will be back. Okay, we are back. The session was done very quickly. What we do, and we install the OS, and we give a name, we provide a name to the virtual server, and we install the VMware tools. That is very important for the guest OS. Now we will provide an IP before installing Active Directory and DNS. So we provide the IP. So will be so this server will be in the management network. Okay. Um, the gateway, yeah, that we prov it is the interface that we provide input to in the virtual appliance. And for the subject, as the server will provide DNS, the domain name resolution, so we will point the DNS server to the server itself. Um, okay. So now let's install the now let's install the ADDS. The ADDS that's mean Active Directory Domain Services. Okay. Um, so we install this, and we will also install the DNS server, as this server will provide DNS capabilities. So we will check the DNS server as well, and it's very straightforward, the process. Don't forget this. This video is not a training for the Active Directory. I think next time, maybe in the near future, I will provide a whole series about the deployment and configuration of a Active Directory. For example, the GPO, a file server, W source, how to configure lot of things. Reduce a server about the it like the MSCA a a path, the topic, but this is not the purpose of this video. The purpose is just to install the Active Directory and for our infrastructure. So we'll permit the server to a domain controller. So it's a new, brand new. So we create a new for us. So the name will be our name, the blue ocean that it that IT. Mm, okay, and it's not finished yet. Okay, and now we have to provide the password for the DS for the domain services recovery mod, and um no delegation, no DNS delegation. Okay, next, next. Okay, we'll take so it will take a little time. That's okay. Okay, but now we are ready to begin the installation. So the process is very straightforward. So it, there is no need. I think if you have done this in the past, so you shouldn't have any problem, any issue on this. So I'm going to pause the video, and after the installation, we will resume. I will be back. Okay, so the installation is finished. So you will restart. So it will take a couple of minutes and before it starts. Okay, it has taken a lot of minutes. I had to pause the video and now we will continue. Okay, so I can log in. And that's it. So we have successfully installed and deployed Active Directory and the DNS services. So if you will see here, we see that the domain is installed normally, and now we can go to the we can create a user and a group. Um, so it is the domain. So let's create an OU. Let's call it IT. Um, let's create a user. Uh, let's create it like this, yeah. And let's create a group. Mm, okay. Yeah, it's very straightforward. It's okay. So we create a group. IT admin. Maybe in the future, if you want to assign a privileged access to a group, so we can use it. Okay. And for the DNS, let's create a record for all of for example SXI. So it is the DNS console. So in the DNS we have a two zones. So that please bear with me. So this video is not for it's not a formal training for Active Directory DNS etc. Maybe in the future I will do it. But let's go quickly. We have two zones that is very important. It is for lookup zone that do resolution from name to IP, and we have the reverse lookup zone that do the reverse that do revolution from IP to name. Okay, so let's go to the zone. Okay, our primary zone. So by default we have an A record for the server, and let's create for SXI, vCenter, etc. for all. Okay, we create a record for SXI. So that means when we really add the SSI in the vCenter, so we can, instead of using the IP, we can use the name. Okay, the IP, we will use the IP 101. Let's create a point record first. That means when we will create this record, it will also create a PTR point record. It, that means that the IP that associate to the name. Let's create the reverse zone first. I'll go to the reverse zone and create a primary zone. Do next primary zone, yes, next, and let's give the network ID. Yeah, it's very straightforward. And let's create the a record again. Let's exercise 01, and we're gonna take create the put record. That means when we go to here, it will also create the corresponding reverse a okay. So we have the IP, the PTR record, put record. So that IP that map to the name. Okay. So let's finish create for the SXI2, 102, create for SXI3. Okay, and let's create for the view center. Um, um, this that 100. Okay, okay, and if we go to the reverse lookup zone, so you will see that all the corresponding a PTR record has been created successfully, and that's it. So we can try to see if we can do the name resolution. It will work. If we do ping exercise 02, blue ocean IT, yes, you see that he has successfully do the name resolution. Okay, as the server is not created, so we don't have a reply, but that means that he has performed the resolution successfully. Okay. Another things to wrap up. Let's see if we can go to the internet. Um, if we can if we can go to the internet. Um, nope. Let's go if we can be the gateway. Yes. What I think is we have to allow the traffic from the management network to the internet. So let's go to do this. Um, we can close it and let's go to the FortiGate. We go to the FortiGate appliance. Okay. You remember in the last video that we configured. Okay. By default, we have to allow all those traffic. We have to allow traffic from the for the simplicity of the video, we will allow all the traffic. That's mean management, vMotion, all the traffic can go outside. So we will quickly. Um, so we go into the policy object, fire policy. Let's say allow VLAN um, to net. Okay, so all the incoming interface will management will be okay. Cannot add. Okay, maybe we have to allow how they call it this feature. Let's see. Let's go to the feature visibility in system. Feature visibility. Yes, we have to allow the multiple interface policies. That means that in one interface you can add multiple interface. It will accept multiple interface. So we go to policy object, firewall policy. We will do it again. Okay, uh, allow all VLAN to net internet, and we will take the management. We'll take the vMotion. What happened? Um, uh-oh. should be able to. Um, okay, it was not activate. Ah, I forget to hit apply. Okay. Okay, let's go to the policy object, firewall policy. So we'll allow all the VLAN to go to the internet. Okay, allow all VLAN to net. Okay, so we will take the management should go be able to go to internet, vSAN, um, for tolerance, say subnet that should go to the one. Okay, source we will allow all the traffic, destination that can to all, and the service all the service. And we will provide NAT, okay, because it will take the local and translate to the IP that I have, this IP, the IP I have in the physical net, that so it can go to the internet. It can route the traffic to the internet. I say okay. I think we should be done. Should be okay now. Let's return to the lab DC. Uh, okay, let's see if we can go to the internet. Ah, here we go. Yeah. So don't forget to allow the traffic your from the your local network to the one. Okay. Now I think we finished. So we configure the Active Directory, we create a username, we create a group, and we assign the user to the group, and we configure the DNS, the DNS console server. So we create a record, we create a PTR record, and so that it can provide demo solution for the for the SXI. Now I think we finish. In the next video, we will start deploying um, SSI, the SXI on a virtual VM. So it will be the topic for our next video. And thank you very much to follow me. Sorry for my bad English. I know that it can be it can be maybe it can be not what you expect, or not not the best, but I hope that my English is you can this is something that you can follow. Thank you very much. In the next video, we will deploy and configure SXI. Thank you very much. Bye for now.